was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. Set.
They'll start this drive out, and right away he lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
33, yellow. Claude red. Ready?
2nd and 9 now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 30, Edo blue, black ultra. Ready?
Back to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he will find his man on the outside. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
6, mega, Mike, ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Ready. Cycle. 45. Smash. Red. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go now. 52 blue, drill green. Green jack. Set.
Back to throw again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill from 8 yards out. And the Niners will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Blaster, stick.
They set up a throw. He'll try and do this himself. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27th.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now 2nd and 3.
What? 180.
Another run for Gibbs here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Third and 2.
DC. 20.
Gone. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 49ers 24-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Bates' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for them, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here we go. You're ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Let's go. Set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Ready. 22 needle. Here we go. Set. 60 red. 60 red. Right. Set.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Ready, ready. Yellow, red, slide blue. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got him wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brent, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. Blue striker. Red cycle. Set, go.
Back to throw here. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Lions 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Out of the gun, Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. First down and 10 yards to go.
Again, Goff. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
180.
From the gun on third down. Goff. The quick slant caught. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before him. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it'll be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 52, punt.
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
White. Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong 1st half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the 1st half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be rimmed out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Goff. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Williams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Tiger. Cut. 180.
Now Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ric Flair. A bone. Left 20. Shell.
Goff now looking to throw. He'll try and do this, and he couldn't get rid of the football. Trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Bates' kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
23 yards on the play.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 1st downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Okay,
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here we go. Set.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to widen their advantage. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Just beating the play clock is gone. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. He's on his way. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ready, right through. Yellow, 22.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
On the double. Down.
They'll drop the throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ready. Set, cut.
They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
10 black.
They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. inside the 20.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Extra point attempt to follow here. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Ties the game.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
Green Jack.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for a legal touch it.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Black shot. Here we go. Set. Red. 38. Steel. Black. Needle. Blue. Red. Yellow. Set.
They'll set up a throw. A quick slant to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Ready. Ready. Blue. 30.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Lots of screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Ready. Break. Smash. Red. Let's go now. Yellow. 43. Slide two. Ball red. Set.
Back to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ready.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready. 22 meter 45.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Left. Down. Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you he won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Ain't no other king in this rap thing, make siblings. Nothing for my children. What? They disappearing. I'm in a city with a flag beginning thrown like it was pass interference, padlock around.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Steel. Black. Set. Hut. Spike. Fuse. Yellow.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This for the lead in the final stages. Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here comes second down. Goff. Wide open receiver complete. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
17 yards. First down, Detroit.
Now Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Here's second down and 3.
180.
Goff now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. From the left side here, it's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got it to Williams. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
It's a game of 10.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal.
This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Striker, left, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at 45. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partner, as we both know, many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on second down here.
Ric Flair. Hey, 76. 76.
From the 50, it's gone. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Ready, go. We're good. DC.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's fourth and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down.
Super. Ready. Now you won.
Now it's gone.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down on what will be a big play there on fourth and long.
Well, when they kept the offense on the field, you saw the face I made looking at you like, what are they doing? How did they do that?
Yeah, that's almost a miracle, isn't it? Because the two of us have talked to play callers, and every time we talk to them about going for it on fourth and long, they give us that same look you just gave me. And they always say, I don't have that call on my play sheet, Haas. We just don't have that one. Well, apparently he did, and they got it.
And in overtime, wow.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up first and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
From the 35, here's second down and 8.
Listen. Get up. Five. Wait. Hold on. Check.
To throw is gone. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win it.
That's exactly right, because now one possession, one field goal gets it done. They force a lot of big turnovers in the regular season, Brandon, but none come bigger than that one right there. Here in the playoffs, they got a chance to put this one away.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. It's a touchdown in overtime, and they are marching on to the playoffs. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones.